Life on Epic, I'd say it's been great. We've had no problems, no stress. You know, it's like we came in, we turned off the system, turned on the new system Epic, and voila. No stress, no fear, no anxiety. It's great.
Well, yeah, it looks like your blood pressure's still up, so I'm going to have to go get the doctor now.
A little bit of a roller coaster. It's like we came in the morning of and we were really excited. Just thinking this is going to be fun. We had tons of food, lots of support, tons of support. The IS team was right there on our sides. We were playing. It was really fun. And then as the day progressed and we started actually seeing real patients, we kind of took the dive down on the roller coaster. It was pretty stressful. Like we were doing a couple loop-de-loops on the roller coaster at times. And then, you know, we've been on it a month now, a little over a month, and I can say that we're navigating around. We're feeling comfortable. Our patients we're starting to see them in a faster, more efficient process.
I would say that life on Epic at first is difficult, confusing. For a time you feel like your head is going to explode, but slowly but surely it gets easier and you start to realize that there are some really good things in there. It's just a question of teasing it out and learning the best way to kind of get through things.
Well, in the revenue cycle, currently the billing departments for the hospital and professional billing really can't see each other's work. So once we're all fully implemented across all the hospitals, it's going to be really beneficial for the patients so that we can communicate better with each other and therefore provide better service in the billing department for them.
Less mistakes because you can go into a patient's chart and it won't let you leave if you haven't done something. If there's something missing, it's going to tell you before you close the chart. It's going to say, no, you're not done yet. This needs to be filled out. So in that aspect for those patients, it's more helpful because you don't have any mistakes. You can't really make a mistake.
It allows you to organize patient information in a more straightforward way and in a way that's more accessible. For example, looking at lab reports and imaging studies, they're laid out by tab, and that's a lot easier than Cerner, where you have to do a lot of looking to find information. That impacts patient care in that you really need to find information quickly and make sure that you don't overlook information.
Well, this may be little to someone, but it's like opened up my world. We send out new patient packets, and just by a click of a button off the patient's chart, you can print out labels with their address on it, so you don't have to handwrite anything.
Whereas I kind of thought of Cerner as an electronic paper chart, and we all know a lot of the shortcomings that paper charts have. No problem list, or at least not a functioning problem list. No real idea of where things could go, and really no ability to make you a better practitioner. Whereas Epic, I think in the long run, is going to actually make you practice better medicine and hopefully make practicing medicine somewhat dummy-proof.
The patient care that we're going to be providing, I've heard over and over from our providers here that what they really like about Epic is the opportunity to have reminders of things that need to be done. They're busy, they're going from room to room, and Epic really provides that ability to help engage the provider with the patient. The charge capture of being able to see the charges in real time and get the bill out the door has really been something we haven't been able to do, and it's been really exciting and beneficial as a manager and a leader to see those results and be able to say this is what we're doing.
So currently the professional billing department is working in medical manager, and I think the best way to describe it coming from that system to Epic is, in our old system, 1 minute you were just riding a horse, but now that we're in Epic, it's like the next second you're in a race car.
I would say at first not to get too excited and not to get too frustrated and not to get too upset, because when you look at a screen, there's up to 300 buttons on the screen. You're not really sure what does what. Simple things like sending phone messages seem really difficult. But over time it becomes more intuitive, it becomes easier, you see what the functionality is, you see best ways to do things, and shortly it becomes something that's actually going to help you get through a day rather than something that's going to keep you from practicing good medicine.
I'd say as a leader, our responsibility is really to communicate with our staff. I don't think we can communicate enough about the changes that are taking place and coming ahead. We have many workflows that I think really are going to impact everybody, and I think talking together as a group is really key in order to be successful. As I've always said to the staff, you know what, we're going to fake it till we make it, and we'll get there. And we are.
Number one, be flexible and be understanding, and I would sort of probably be aware that it will take a while to transition, and that there's a learning curve, and that just being patient with it will pay off down the road.
Well, as a leader, I think it's really important to be available to the staff for questions. Just to, there's a good comment, keep calm and carry on, and that's what we've been doing.
Have patience. You have to remember that everybody around you is stressed out. I get stressed out, the doctors get stressed out, the patients get stressed out. As soon as they walk in your lobby, they're going to see a big sign that's going to say, you know, be patient with us, we're going through change right now. That immediately puts some people like, oh my gosh, I'm going to be an hour later, 20 minutes later, whatever it's going to be. Just remember, you know, you're here for the patient care, and once you get doing this and everything is done and said, it's wonderful. It's a great program to work with. It benefits you, it benefits the providers and the patients. So enjoy.
To breathe. It's overwhelming, and I, as being ED, had extra training, and I was still nervous and weird about the whole thing, and you just have to not be so tense and frustrated, because I'm not going to candy coat it. It's going to be tough, and people are going to be running around screaming with their hands in the air, but in the end it's all going to be worth it. You guys can give each other high fives that you got through it. Awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Can't go beyond that. I think that's the best word to describe it. Of course it was hard, but in the long run, it's just awesome.
Anxious, excited, scared, a lot of energy, a lot of excitement when you figured something out. And overall, just, I think we went through all the emotions you could go through.
Any system that you're learning something new is going to be hard, and the stress level around you with everybody not wanting to do something different is challenging. It's stressful, and patient care can be a lot more difficult when you don't know what you're doing. And when you're familiar with something, it's easier, and the patients understand that too. It's pretty great because the opportunities that we have and the ability to get in a patient chart and work with the patient while you're there, it takes a lot less time. I feel it takes a lot less time on my half because you have everything in one setting. It's not spread out.
Difficult, crazy, confusing, frustrating at times, unique, different, and then after a period of time it starts to become more positive, and you start to get a little bit closer to the people in the clinic, and it starts to become a little bit more fun.
Okay, did I say awesome?